looking at a voyage that will take Hikianalia from Hawaii for 3 years. You would be sailing at least 45,000 nautical miles. It would be by far the most dangerous thing that we would ever consider doing as a voyaging family. The risks are huge, but on the other side, the possibilities are enormous. We're not going to change the world, but we're going to go and build a network of people around the earth who are going to change it. And our job is to help them be successful. This voyage launched 2,000 years ago. This voyage is in the wake of the world's greatest explorers and greatest navigators of the time, of the whole earth. And that is an argument that we can stand on. I mean, that first canoe that came here 2,400, 2,500 miles from Hikianalia was the most amazing feat in ocean exploration of all time. We are children in that wake, and we respect that.
What began as an effort to disprove critics who doubted Polynesians' ability to sail purposefully and settle their vast nation unaided by navigational instruments has grown into a cultural reawakening, a new generation of leaders, and a living commitment to sustainability.
Our mission is to inspire all people to Malama Honua, or to care for island Earth. Our Earth needs help. And so this voyage is really just a catalyst to get people to feel like they're a part of a movement.
We wouldn't be here today if our ancestors didn't figure out how to live in balance with their environment and with these islands. There is a lesson in going back to traditional practices or finding some way of bridging the gap between what is modern and ancient and making life livable and healthy and safe.
The canoe is such a good representation of a family or a community or an island or a planet. Everything that happens on that small level of the canoe, it's the same thing. It's just on a much larger scale in the world.
If we want to have a world that's going to be sustainable, we need to teach children sustainability. If you want a world that we're going to protect our environment for their grandchildren, then you need to teach that.
We are encouraging people through stories of hope and stories of place to look for ways that we can malama our earth that are linked to local, indigenous, ancestral, ecological wisdom, and to share those stories with the world. And really figure out a way to bring that into schools and to have that help to inspire education to be better and to put students at the center of designing a better future.
And helping to make that possible, Hokule'a's sister canoe, Hikianalia. Named after the star known in English as Spica, Hikianalia is the companion star to Hokule'a, rising together in the night sky just over Hawaii. As Hokule'a is guided by the wisdom of our ancestors, Hikianalia also offers contemporary solutions to some of the world's most pressing issues through modern scientific research aimed at the goal of Malama Honua.
On the water!
One of the ways that we're trying to accomplish that is to better understand the ocean or the different places that we're visiting, and to try and learn from what we observe or from what different cultures or communities share with us about how they manage their resources.
It is 5.01.
Crew members will be assessing the current state of the ocean's ecosystems by gathering data from their fish project, looking at what marine life throughout the world are feeding on, and also through their plankton tow project, giving even more insight into the state of our oceans around the globe, all of which will enhance the learning experience for our keiki here at home.
If not only for the experience of being able to apply what we're learning, but if anything, just those connections that we make will be a really big part of my life.
As Hokule'a and Hikianalia set sail on their most ambitious voyage, crew members are mindful of the impact that will be made well after the canoes reach their final destinations.
We've been talking about how do you measure a successful voyage, that this was worth it. For me, it's truly to see a movement happening. because the canoe is voyaging for our community. I'm really excited in 2017 when we sail back to every community in Hawaii to collect stories of what are they doing because the canoes took this chance.
This voyage is for Hawaii, especially for its children. Hiki coming home was intentional that it could physically reconnect to our islands, our communities, to our schools, to access our children. So you'd have Hokulea going around the earth and you'd have Hikianalia going around Hawaii, but physically being in ports next to communities, next to schools, to bring children down so they can touch the canoes and get her prepared for her circumnavigation of the Pacific. And so being connected to these communities and constantly with them, I think is a very important part of how we define why voyaging is important.